succeed kwa maisha. Mimi naitwa Joseph Kioko Mwema, nafanya kazi ya transport mchanga. Kwa sasa niko na lori 8. Kama sasa sio pesa ya faulu, ile nilianza kidogo kidogo singekuwa na hii nyumba. Juu hii maroni ni wao wamenipea. Ile pesa nimepata kwa maroni ndio ninaendelea kujenga nayo. Hata hii personal car yangu ni wao wamenipea. Niko na medical cover ya UAP. Magari zangu nimechukua insurance na UAP through Faulu Bank. Faulu wamenisaidia sana. Niko na accounts 3. Moja ni yangu personal, nyingine ni business account, nyingine ya kijana yangu junior. Tumemfungulia account na msavia kidogo kidogo. Ile kitu iko ni kuwapongeza na kusherehekea hiyo miaka 175 wakisaidia watu waendelee hivyo na wafanye mzuri.
For a better tomorrow, don't forget to do the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate every night.
Enjoy Good Life new shopping experience. Seek and you shall find. Visit www.goodlife.co.ke to shop. Search and pick your preferred product. Check out and give your location details. Pick your payment method and wait for your delivery to arrive. It's quick. Click and pick.
Let me see you make your move. Do it all, do it all, do it all. But on those days, I compromise it all. Either my skin is sensitive or my back's against the wall.
You can have it all. What? Always brings it all.
Okay.
Get it all with new Always 2-in-1. Featherlight softness overall, even on the wings, girl. And rapid dry channels.
Let me see you make a move. Be it all, do it all, have it all.
Always, we are the generation of change.
Sasa babe, New Year resolutions? Didn't you say the very same things last year?
A bit of pressure on how to unlock the new year 2021? Select a plot of value-added land within Garden of Joy gated community off Koma Kennel Road, Machakos. Now Kwamue January na 21K with Optiven. Call us now on 0790 300 300. Optiven Limited. Experience the difference.
Our mega 50% off discount is extended till January 31st at Istiqbal. We offer quality, luxurious, Turkish-designed home furniture. Come and enjoy our limitless range of sofas, dining, beds, and mattresses, all tailored to meet your unique family taste. We bring the spark to your everyday space. Visit our Mombasa Road showroom at Panasar Center opposite Airtel and our flagship branch in Nakuru, Westside Mall. Don't miss out.
To help fight the spread of coronavirus, learn Lifebuoy's hand washing habits. Wash hands with soap or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Together, let's help fight the spread of coronavirus in Kenya.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
This is NTV.
Hello there, it is Thursday night. You are tuned in to NTV. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm Smriti Vidyarthi and these are among our top stories. Tonight on Heist and Seek, how a company of just 4 staff walked into KEMSA and walked out with a 140 million shilling tender to supply PPE.
Who is the person who pulled the strings for you to be able to get a letter in less than 24 hours?
I would say those were not normal or usual circumstances.
And what's more, they were paid in full, less than a week after presenting an invoice. Also tonight, a day in politics and a battle to win over the angry and intolerant.
Kwa ile wabunge zaidi ya 200 inaongezwa na kiti ya prime minister na deputy, itasaidia mwananchi mdogo kwa njia gani?
Raila entreats the clergy. And it's a mountain too high for the president as he moves to tame the revolt in his backyard. Plus, Kenya's economy buckles under the weight of the COVID-19 pandemic. It's the first recession in more than 20 years. And also tonight,
so there's moral decadence among some of us.
This is hard-hitting. And as students lash out, could they too face the lash?
I hope that in future, capital punishment will be reintroduced back in schools.
NTV Tonight with Smriti Vidyarthi.
And with us in sign language interpretation tonight is Flora Atieno. A 35-year-old businesswoman walked into the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority offices seeking an opportunity to supply equipment in the COVID-19 war and walked out having secured a tender worth 140 million shillings. And that's not all. The youthful entrepreneur told the Parliamentary Investments Committee that she got the bulk of her stock from a beauty shop in the country through a loan facilitated and organised by the then KEMSA Finance Director Karanja Waiganjo. Seth Olale brings us the latest episode in the KEMSA heist.
Wairimu Mbogo becomes the second person after James Njuguna, a director of La Miguela Holdings Limited, to walk into KEMSA offices and emerge with a multi-million shillings worth tender to supply medical equipment in the COVID-19 war. The 35-year-old entrepreneur shocked members of the National Assembly Public Investment Committee investigating the KEMSA heist when she admitted how her company, Merake Healthcare Limited, inquired about the tender on 8th April at KEMSA head offices.
So we went there, we presented ourselves. Yes. And because our letter was addressed to the chief executive officer.
What were you carrying?
Sorry?
What were you carrying as you went there?
So we carried our letter.
Letter of introduction? Letter
of introduction and intent.
The company only had 4 employees and 100,000 shillings worth of capital shares. It was not pre-qualified to transact business with the state agency.
Who is the person who pulled the strings for you to be able to get a letter in less than 24 hours, your samples to be approved, without even you being technically, financially evaluated, being told that you have to supply 200,000 pieces, without anything else, went and requested for an extension, you got an extension to be able to supply. You supply these items immediately after you finish supplying these items. You invoice, and in less than around 30 days, your payment has been cleared.
I would say those were not normal or usual circumstances.
All right, but I'll tell you this.
When I remember the mood, even in the country.
Documents seen by NTV reveal that Merake Healthcare Limited obtained part of its 200,000 face masks required by KEMSA from a beauty shop, Golden Girls Beauty Shop. In addition, the then KEMSA Finance Director Karanja Waiganjo, through a letter sent by NTV, advised Equity Bank to offer a loan to Merake Healthcare Limited, adding that it had lawfully obtained a tender to make supplies to the agency. Various agencies and groups have been probing the theft, including an order from the president, but The information and resultant action coming from these probes has not been commensurate. Senior public officers implicated in the 7.8 billion shillings KEMSA scandal are yet to be apprehended and prosecuted, despite the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission having submitted investigative files to the Director of Public Prosecution. Seth Olale, NTV, Nairobi.
To another top story, and if your child is expelled from school over indiscipline, they are not to be admitted to any other school. Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha has issued this directive to school administrators and principals, coming in the wake of increased cases of arson and violent attacks on teachers since schools reopened. CS Magoha also believes corporal punishment in schools should be reintroduced to curb the growing incidents of violence and deviant behavior among learners across the country. Rose Wangoi has more details.
Smoke seen emanating from the corrugated iron sheet dormitory at Tongomunori Adventist Primary School in Nyamira South Sub-County. A fire gutted down this 150-bed capacity dorm at around 8 p.m. Books, beds, uniforms and personal effects were totally destroyed. The cause of the fire has not been established, but police say investigations have been launched. No injuries were reported. This is the latest incident in recent weeks where schools have been set on fire. Teachers have also been attacked by students, some left with serious injuries. Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha is now calling on head teachers not to enroll unruly students expelled from other institutions.
No child from schools which have been closed due to banning should be admitted in any other school. So that if you think you are going to ban this one and you go to another one, then you ban that one. That is not going to happen. The courts have no role to play. We have systems within the education system which will include all those bodies that I have told you.
Hapo tunamkosoa kwamba aenda angalie katiba yetu vema ili tuweze kushughulikia na vile tutatii mambo ya nidhamu katika watoto wetu na sio kuwafukuza waache shule. Sababu tunapowafukuza kabisa wanaenda wapi?
Meanwhile, the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers KUPPET says boarding schools should be abolished.
Na tukuwe na zile tunaita day schools ambazo ndio wanafunzi wanaenda na jioni wanarudi kwa wazazi wao. Na hii itasaidia pia wazazi kuchukua jukumu yao kama wazazi na kulinda watoto wao na kusaidia walimu kwa mambo ya nidhamu ya watoto.
Magoha now believes that if well applied, corporal punishment would instill discipline in children.
I hope that in future, capital punishment will be reintroduced back in schools as long as it is properly used. For the female child, we shall use the hand, the extended hand. For the boy child, the very well formed back side. And the stick to be used should be standardized so that the child can, the idea is to inflict a bit of pain so that the child can know this one is a no-go.
Magoha has warned that police will compile a list of students involved in crime so as to ensure they do not get certificates of good conduct when they complete their studies. Rozongoi, NTV.
Elsewhere, Kenya slumped into recession for the first time in more than 20 years in the period between July and September 2020, as the country's economy contracted for the second successive quarter under the weight of the coronavirus pandemic. Victor Kiprop reports on how the rebound in sectors like agriculture and construction was wiped out by the devastating impact the pandemic has had on other sectors, including education and hospitality.
When Kenya began easing COVID-19 restrictions in July last year, the journey towards economic recovery had officially begun. But the ray of sunshine that the government had hoped for was nowhere to be seen, as the country's economy continued taking a beating from the coronavirus pandemic. Data from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics (KNBS) shows that the economy, which had already contracted by 5.7% in the second quarter, shrunk by a further 1.1% between July and September, pushing the country into its first recession in more than 2 decades. Construction, agriculture and the financial and insurance sectors were among the best performing sectors, expanding by 16%, 6% and 5% respectively. This solid performance was, however, overwritten by the hospitality and education sectors, which continued to bear the brunt of the pandemic as travel remained interrupted and school gates shut. Accommodation and food services contracted by 57.9%, education by 41.9%, while output from the manufacturing sector shrunk by 3.2%. Before the decline in the second quarter, the economy last contracted in the first quarter of 2008, when post-election violence led to a 1.6% drop in output. Since the beginning of the year, COVID-19 positivity rates in Kenya have stayed consistently low, igniting fresh hopes of flattening the curve and possibly containing the virus, without putting in place stringent measures. The National Treasury projects that economic growth could rebound to 6.4% in 2020. The discovery of new COVID-19 variants deemed to be more transmissible and the worsening situation in other parts of the world, including Europe, means that key sectors including tourism and hospitality could continue hurting, consequently delaying the journey to recovery. Victor Kiprop, NTV Business.
Now, Deputy President William Ruto had to be evacuated hurriedly, cutting short his Meet the People tour of Burma Market as rowdy youth tried to disrupt his meeting. The DP had just finished talking and handed over to MPs who had followed him when a section of youth started throwing stones before they were repulsed. This as ODM leader Raila Odinga continued with his BBI popularization tours, this time meeting the clergy. NTV senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Mureithi attended both meetings and came back with this report.
The gathering today at what has become a popular spot for politicians to meet the people, that is Burma Market in Nairobi, was teeming with wananchi. A convoy of cars belonging to MPs who had accompanied Deputy President William Ruto, snaking through the sea of humanity, most eager to hear from the DP. Ruto spoke first before giving other politicians the opportunity to speak. But just as other politicians started speaking, stones and other crude items were hurled from the crowd, some targeting the DP. From the vantage point, I could see some projectiles thrown towards the DP, who was some meters from his official armored vehicle. But that was only for split seconds, as it was contained and repulsed by other youth in the crowd, and the meeting continued.
Relax, hapana ogopa.
But even as the calm somehow assured by the pushback on those intent on causing mayhem, the DP's security detail was uneasy with the probability of another attempt to interrupt the meeting led by William Ruto.
Hatukatai maendeleo Nairobi, lakini ile slum upgrading, affordable housing ikifanyika, usikubali wananchi wapigwa kama wanyama.
As former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko continued with his speech, the DP's security detail, aided by the General Service Unit officers in his entourage, hurriedly took DP William Ruto from the vehicle he stood on to his vehicle, where he got onto the sunroof, waving at people who had now started following him as his motorcade swiftly left the place headed to his current home. Earlier on, the DP had rallied the people to reject the Building Bridges initiative, saying it had no tangible benefit to the common man but to politicians.
Kwa ile wabunge zaidi ya 200 inaongezwa na kiti ya Prime Minister na Deputy, itasaidia mwananchi mdogo kwa njia gani aweke pesa kwa mfuko yake? Jambo la pili, wananchi wanataka kujua saa hizi county governments wanatudai shilingi bilioni 100 na hiyo ni 15%. Kama imeshindikana kulipa 15% kwa counties, hii 35% mnasema wananchi wanataka kujua itatoka wapi.
At the rally, there were youth who chanted anti-Ruto slogans as they praised the BBI. Meanwhile, at a much calmer gathering, ODM leader Raila Odinga continued selling his gospel on BBI, calling on Kenyans to endorse the document. Raila, who met the clergy at Ufungamano House, asked the church to play a critical role in educating their congregants on the benefits of the document. Raila also spoke to the raging debate of receiving money from politicians.
My view is that the church should receive the money. It is good to do so. But then don't say that this man is over-generous. Because that way you're using the church to laundry, as a laundry to clean money that has been stolen from the public.
Kennedy Muredi, NTV.
Well, a courtship has begun. Every 5 years, like clockwork in Kenya, alliances are formed in the hope of marshalling enough numbers to tip the scales one way or the other. And as the countdown to the 2022 general election begins in earnest, so has the race to secure the best political match. Tonight, Olive Burrows asks, is the tyranny of numbers an inescapable reality of the Kenyan political landscape?
Sababu huyu mama akipita kura, you are adding a feather on the cap of Kalonzo Musyoka. You are improving the premium of Kalonzo Musyoka. You are enlarging the stature of Kalonzo Musyoka. And you are making Kalonzo Musyoka more attractive to other leaders from other regions and other parties.
The mating dance is on. And to attract a mate in Kenya's political circles, one needs to attach a bride price. Political scientist Mutahi Ngunyi not so flatteringly described it as a tyranny of numbers.
Have your tribe first. Then use it to leverage to get another tribe. That is what the tyranny of numbers is all about. That is why Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta and
the blushing bride in the context of the 2022 general election appears to be the Mount Kenya region, with Deputy President William Ruto and former Premier Raila Odinga dueling it out for her attention.
For the first time since independence, for the 59 years, the Agikuyu community does not have a front runner for the seat of presidency. For the first time. There is no obvious successor from Mount Kenya. And so, Mount Kenya for the first time feels open and up for grabs.
But those are not the only unions in negotiations.
Hivi karibuni pwani itawika na itazungumza.
We as a people are in denial. The beginning point must be that we must understand we are a nation of 47 tribes. I think 48 now when you add the Asians. And every conversation in this country must revolve among the 47 tribes. Don't tell me about Kenya, because the Kenyan dream is dead.
Hata mimi naweza nisimame hapa basi niseme kuna jamii tu mbili za Kenya ambazo zimetawala, labda ni nafasi ya jamii nyingine pia kutawala.
And with tribalism an undeniable part of the Kenyan DNA, what then?
So devolution ought to have been the cure for this issue of looking at the tip, so that everybody feels that it doesn't matter where you belong, it doesn't matter your ethnic group, you have your resources, manage your affairs, let everybody have its share of the national cake.
So how do we slice the cake?
If it was my will, this country would run on a rotational leadership. You've had people saying that we should not go that way, is who can do the job. But if you look at our history and how we were not able to be inclusive, that's where the politics begins.
The experts cautioning that unless Kenya finally confronts its historical injustices, she'll be condemned to repeat the mistakes of her past.
This country has for years neglected the fact that there is unfair distribution of wealth and resources. And this hustler narrative is finally coming to haunt them.
Olive Burrows, NTV.
Well, is it an inescapable reality? You be the judge. At this point, time for a quick breather on NTV tonight. More on the other side. Stay with us.
Sasa babe, New Year resolutions? Didn't you say the very same things last year?
A bit of pressure on how to unlock the new year 2021? Select a plot of value-added land within Garden of Joy gated community off Koma Kennel Road, Machakos. Now kuamue January na 21K with Optiven. Call us now on 0790 300 300. Optiven Limited. Experience the difference.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Selena! Don't get puzzled. She's my twin. I shine your toilet. And I bathroom. So, is your bathroom clean?
Yes!
Presenting the new Harpic Bathroom Cleaner. Compared to ordinary detergents, its thick formulation gives you superior cleaning and kills 99.9% of germs and viruses all around the bathroom. Blue
for the toilet.
And red
for the bathroom.
Harpic Bathroom and Toilet Cleaner cleans and kills 99.9% of germs and viruses.
Disinfect and protect your home with Jik. Jik kills 99.9% of illness-causing germs. Disinfect floors, kitchen and bathroom surfaces, and wash white clothes, towels, and dishcloths with Jik bleach. Just Jik it.
Hawa ni wa Jones family last week. Hawa ni hao this week. Kwani kuliendaje? Wa Jones family wali get maximum entertainment for less. Na sahi wako closer than close. Pia family yako wanaweza kuwa close hivi wakicheki world class international channels that put the quality back in your quality time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go TV Max itawaleta closer mara that. So, upgrade to Go TV Max for just 890 shillings leo. Go TV. Love it.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
DJ B, the Spin Doctor.
What's up, going on, people? My name is DJ E. Mbuyamono Osoro pale kwenye tuta. And of course, this week we have so much in store for you.
Sherehe na itaki asira, itaki mabombo manika.
#Eyamina. Tukipatana pale washa moto, kasi ni kutafuta washima moto. Mbuyamono. Alafu kama kawa, the hostess with the most atakuwa ndani ya building. Amina. See you this Friday, Maze. Make sure you guys link up this Friday. Blessings.
Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Admission for January, February and May intakes is ongoing. Apply now. SMS your details to the numbers on your screen. Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Growing reputation.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Now, 6 people killed in Arabal, Baringo County at the beginning of the security operation were tortured and executed. A post-mortem report has revealed tainting the ongoing operation and disarmament in Baringo County on human rights violations by security organs. The government says it has arrested and charged 7 people. Bridget Ngana now reports.
The pattern of injuries on all 6 of them are similar because we find that for all of them the heads were blown off, and these wounds were either at contact or close range. In addition to that, there were other injuries that, for example, that could be associated with people who were tortured just before death.
This is how 6 people, among them high-ranking professionals, met their death at the beginning of the security operation to restore calm in Kapedo. Initial government reports claimed that the 6 were killed during a violent pursuit of stolen cattle, and just one of them was identified as a bandit. Apart from the Kenya Red Cross, other aid organizations and journalists cannot access Kapedo. The government says there is no humanitarian crisis there.
Refrain from arresting and brutalizing innocent civilians, especially women, children, the elderly, and persons with disabilities. Expedite investigations and bring to book the perpetrators of the recent killings without any political interference.
Kwa sasa tunajua kwamba hamna shida huko ya kusema kwamba labda watu wanakufa na njaa. Haijafika stage hiyo. Lakini kama kuna wale wahisani ambao wangependa kupeleka chakula katika sehemu mbalimbali huko Tiati, sisi tunasema kwamba wajipange na security officers ambao tuko nao ili wapewe escort. Naanza kuwa na ushuru ya mambo.
Silale, member of County Assembly, now says his subsequent summons to answer to violent eruptions in Kapedo over the past 3 years have political undertones, and that he has had no hand in the buying and supplying of arms to bandits.
The collective punishment, ile na reaction ile serikali wanapeana, sidhani kama inaweza is not the best way. On our side, wangeweka pia civilian wasaidie. We have the NPR in that region. We have the pastors, we have the volunteers. Those who could have volunteers so that those who are willing to surrender their guns can give out their guns. But at the moment, there's no way. Everybody is a criminal in that region. Everybody, including myself now, I'm being told to come and record a statement. What have I done?
The government now says it is pursuing the bandits who have fled to the neighboring counties of Laikipia, Samburu, West Pokot, and the Kerio Valley, and even Uganda.
Wengine wanafikiri kwamba tumeenda Kapedo kufanya maombi ama kufanya crusade. Tumeenda kupigana na watu ambao wako tayari kupigana na sisi. Ndio? Mtu hawezi kulima risasi na wanafanya sign of the cross.
The operation in Tiati enters its 2nd week, and the arrest of 7 suspected bandits is a glimmer of hope for those living in Kapedo. National examinations are expected to begin next week, and the government assures those residents that schools will reopen. The government is also distancing itself on claims of human rights violations as it continues with its disarmament exercise. Bridget, Ghana, NTV, Nakuru.
Elsewhere, the Inspector General of the National Police Service has given Boda Boda riders a stern warning over the lawlessness that they display and engage in, even in broad daylight. This follows recent incidents that have seen victims of accidents involving Boda Boda riders assaulted and even in some instances have their vehicles burnt. Anita Nkonge looks at the long-standing headache that the government is still grappling with and seems to be too hot to handle even for the tough-talking Interior CS, Fred Matiang'i.
They buzz past and away, going about their business. Boda Bodas providing services but also riding on the border of anarchy, sometimes well into that zone. They will skip the red lights, ride on the wrong sides of the roads, get involved in accidents and gang up against and attack the motorists. In some cases, they burn their vehicles, even when they're on the wrong. The Inspector General of Police, Hilary Mutambai, has, quote, cautioned all Boda Boda riders and operators against such uncouth and uncivilized manner of addressing issues. The police boss insisted that the riders must follow all traffic regulations and laws of public order and decency, failure to which one would be dealt with adequately. In a 2019 study done by the National Crimes and Research Center, Boda Boda operators were categorized as a national security threat. The study indicates that crimes committed by the operators included causing death by dangerous riding, general stealing, break of public order, and creating disturbances, as well as assault. IG Mutyambai began his statement by saying that the attention of the police service has been drawn to an emerging culture of impunity and lawlessness among Boda Boda riders, posing a great risk to public safety and security. However, this is not an emerging culture as claimed by the IG. If anything, it's a headache that the government seems to be unable to medicate itself of for years. In 2018, a task force dedicated to come up with a way forward on the Boda Boda menace was put together. In 2019, it presented a draft report to the Ministry of Interior. To date, the report is yet to be released to the public. Many hope that the tough-talking Super Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i would tame the anarchy on two wheels.
I want them to know across the country, Boda riders, that in us, they are very strong supporters on one condition, that they operate in an orderly manner and that they follow the law and guidelines that we shall give at the end of the work of that task force.
But not much has been done to rein in the Boda Boda culture of impunity, years and threats later. If anything, they continue to record the highest increase in deaths on the roads. Between January 1st and the 27th of 2021, 112 people have died in motorcycle accidents, compromising 89 riders and 23 passengers. In the same period in 2020, 91 fatalities were recorded, compromising of 59 riders and 32 passengers. This is according to the data by the National Transport and Safety Authority. The police service now says it will map out the hotspots where such incidences have or likely to occur and undertake a major operation to address the problem. Anita Nkonge, NTV.
Now, climbing a mountain is not the easiest of tasks if you ask those who are keen on hiking and need a lot of strategy, resilience and patience. President Uhuru Kenyatta seems to be learning this mountainous lesson as he seeks to restore support in the central Kenya region. This weekend, he's set to meet with political leaders from the region at the Sagana State Lodge. But 41 leaders from the mountain region, allied to Deputy President William Ruto, are making his climb difficult. They've written an 11-page letter to the head of state, calling him out on different pertinent issues. Melita Oletenges details the storm in the mountain.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has called for a meeting of leaders from central Kenya at the Sagana Lodge, the third of its kind. This as the president battles the loss of support in his home ground to his deputy William Ruto. Development issues, quelling political temperatures and drumming support for the Building Bridges Initiative report are top of the list. However, as the president seeks to put his house in order, various members of parliament allied to Deputy President William Ruto have dissenting voices on the meeting. In an 11-page letter, the 41 MPs have spoken their truth to power. The president raising concerns enlisted in 11 points, terming it politics of deceit and betrayal. It reads in part, "The new political turn in the conduct and practice of politics has therefore left us disappointed and outraged. Our people are honorable people whose lives and livelihoods are based on honesty and trust." The leaders have also addressed the president in regards to his handshake partner Raila Odinga. They say, and I quote, "We must be direct and truthful to you. We cannot sell Raila Odinga in our region or indeed any other imposed presidential candidate. You blame the people of Mount Kenya region for being reluctant to accept the handshake and BBI. It's not their fault. The unsuccessful effort you made to persuade people and render Raila Odinga unacceptable in Mount Kenya cannot be undone." The leaders in their letter also raised concerns on the slower than desired development agenda, economic ruin in Mount Kenya, saying that the region is limping and groaning. They also raised the concern over the region's guaranteed minimum returns, possibly becoming another public relations stunt. They add that political persecution of leaders is a major factor in the disquiet in the Mount Kenya region, owing to the harassment and humiliation of political leaders who disagree with the head of state, using state agencies such as DCI, EACC and KRA. The leaders also say the president's leadership is harboring the threat of violence owing to polarizing views. They have warned the president not to allow the country to slip into the dark space of political assassinations. They also decried his stand on tribes and leadership while he was in Mululu. Succession management and credible agents representing his views are also key concerns. However, the 41 MPs have not been invited to the meeting, and they went ahead to say that most of the issues discussed in the previous Sagana meetings are yet to be addressed to their intended conclusion.
Has been a lot of politics around the BBI, and that's what we are trying to do, is to help ourselves together to tone down our political, perhaps perceptions and differences, so that we can isolate the real issues that are supporting or helping our country.
Leaders allied to President Kenyatta say the Tanga Tanga MPs betrayed the president despite the support he gave them directly or indirectly. The Sagana consultative meeting between the president and Mount Kenya leaders is expected to pave way for the BBI rallies, through which the president is set to drum up support for BBI in the region.
Now preparing BBI to take it to Mwananchi as per the timelines, and we've agreed. We've even formed a committee. We've formed a county steering committee made up of all MPs, and I mean all, so that whoever doesn't join will be out of his or her own option.
The MPs ended their letter saying that the mountain will remain restless, dissatisfied and defiant, and ultimately a full-blown revolt will be inevitable. Melita Oletenges, NTV.
The politics takes us to our next break. The business news with Dan Wangi is up next. Stay with us.
For a better tomorrow, don't forget to do the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate every night.
Disinfect and protect your home with Jik. Jik kills 99.9% of illness-causing germs. Disinfect floors, kitchen and bathroom surfaces, and wash white clothes, towels and dishcloths with Jik bleach. Just Jik it.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Ruiru Mabati Factory offers best quality Mabati at the most affordable prices. We pride in our 10 years experience. Our products have 15 years warranty and are KEBS certified. We manufacture box profile, Europe tile, Jenga tile, corrugated S-profile, among others, in a wide variety of colors. Enjoy our free delivery in just 72 hours. To order, call us now on 0111 050 700. Ruiru Mabati Factory, Mali Safi kwa bei poa.
Siku ya leo tuko na successful bidder.
Kwa majina ni Veronica Washuka kutoka Nakuru, Kiptangwanyi.
Ni namba gani ya shini na unique ulitumia?
Ilikuwa 953.
Uko na hiyo pesa?
Niko nayo.
Leta. 953. Yes. Ndio hiyo. Sasa nakukabidhi risiti yako, ndio hiyo. Kifunguo ya nduthi yako ndio hii. Swali ni je, how low can you go? Unaweza enda chini. Chini. Mpaka wapi? Bid, bid, bid now.
Do your gums hurt?
Yeah.
Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile?
All that in one toothpaste?
Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums.
Ah, Colgate Herbal.
Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
From your first day at school to you captaining your soccer team, no matter how old you are, you'll always be my baby. That's why I trust Dettol to clean, protect, and keep you refreshed every day. I still still can't believe how quickly you've grown. Dettol, tested effective against COVID-19.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
NTV Business News in association with NCBA Bank.
Good evening and welcome to NTV Business. I'm Dan Mwangi. Now, the Central Bank of Kenya has shrugged off fears around the asset quality in the banking sector a day after it revealed that 54% of the sector's loan book has been restructured. Speaking during the Post-Monetary Policy Committee briefing, Governor Patrick Njoroge argued that even in the worst-case scenario, the pile of bad debt held by the sector would still be within manageable territory given the provisioning that has been done by the banks since the COVID-19 pandemic broke out.
Assuming that the benefits of the reopening do not come through, meaning you are holding the economy sort of at its worst. If that continued, let's say, for another 3 months, we've calculated that NPLs obviously would rise, and we have calculated that this would rise maybe to 16 or 17%. Of gross loans. Those numbers are still manageable.
Now, despite a 1.8 billion shillings decline in total revenue, electricity generating company KenGen has reported 18 billion shillings net earnings in the year ended June 2020, which is an increase from the 7.8 billion shillings reported a year earlier. The rise in net profit has been enabled by significantly trimmed fuel costs in the period under review, which stood at 4.1 billion shillings, down from 10 billion shillings in the same period in 2019. The board of the company has proposed a 30 cents per share first and final dividend payout for the year ended June 2020, which is an increase of 5 cents from the dividend payout for the previous year. The county government of Tana River says it is increasing investments in agriculture, infrastructure and tourism in order to create jobs and enhance trade. Victor Kiprop spoke to Governor Dado Godana, and he began by asking him how the county government is addressing the major challenges it is currently facing, including COVID-19, inter-community conflicts and the locust invasion.
We have come a long journey for us to put Tana to the development path that we are in today. Most people don't really understand the challenges communities live in the rural areas. And us as an administration, when we came in, we did interpret the challenges in two ways. There are those that are maybe community challenges. There are those that are environmental challenges. What we've just talked about are the environmental challenges. But when we talk about community challenges, is that we manage to understand that irrespective of the huge potential that we have in all the sectors of the economy, Tana has not been able to grow, to add value to the economy, grassroots and national, because of the challenge of indifferences, the challenge of low levels of education, and the challenges of high levels of poverty.
But again, when we talk about those challenges, it's not all doom and gloom, as we should say. Tana River has its own areas of potential, areas of strengths. Your administration has been in for some few years now. What have you been doing to take advantage of these areas of strengths and the resources that are in the county to, of course, improve the lives of the residents of Tana River County?
We have been able to do expansion programs, increasing acreage and agriculture under the land expansion program. We increased the Hola, we increased Busra. We have started many other minor schemes which we need to then upscale them to minis and later on to large-scale agricultural programs. And looking at the ecosystems in Tana, both the maritime or the marine ecosystem or the saline water ecosystem. You look at the freshwater ecosystems. You look at the terrestrial ecosystems. You find huge potential in apiculture, in fisheries, in agriculture, in mariculture. So we have all those programs in livestock to be able to move very fast towards not just exploiting and increase production, but to also move to a value addition. We have also done a project, it's complete now, with partnership with the EU storage facility for milk in Bangale. We have another one for fish in Kipini, which is just about to be complete, and another one in Teresa for milk, and we're doing another one for fish. That's just on agriculture. But on tourism, we have a lot of potential equally. Kora, that we border with Meru, we have Arawale, we have Savoist, we have Baumo Game Reserve, we have the whole delta, the Ramsar. The river, the ecosystem, terrestrial, and also the sea is by itself an attraction to tourism. The rich culture that we have in Tana, you saw us do cultural festival, one of its kind that has never been done in a place like that one. All these are some of the assets that we have, including enormous potential in heritage sites.
The Building Bridges Initiative referendum bid is now heading to the counties. I just wanted you to touch on the mood in your county. Are the people ready to receive it?
The Coast leadership and the people of Coast support BBI. That's for real. We had proposals like now dividing, having the region into two, the lower coast and the upper coast. Because why we looked at it is because sometimes when people talk about coast, they see Kilifi, Mombasa, and Kwale, and maybe Taita bypassing. But Tana River and Lamu mostly. But even from independence, Tana River and Lamu used to be a different constituency. So we pushed it because we said much of focus by national government and parties and partners don't really see Tana and Lamu. If it were not for LAPSET, Lamu was not a place that people were seeing very quickly. So those are some of the proposals and many others. So we supported BBI from the word go. But in terms of, as related to Tana, the people of Tana, my friend, are positive and appreciate BBI.
Good.
There could be a few things, challenges there, people talking about it, but those are things that will still be handled as we go on. So I have no doubt that the Assembly in Tana will pass the BBI report, if not today, maybe tomorrow or the day after.
That's it for business. We're done. Have yourselves a good night, but Smriti has more after the break.
NTV Business News in association with NCBA Bank.
In over 60 years of dealing with numbers, we've learned that the numbers that matter the most to you are the ones that matter the most to us. NCBA Bank. Go for it.
Go beyond with Kenya's fastest 4G network, Popote. Dial *544# to get your data deal of the day.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Our mega 50% off discount is extended till January 31st at Istiqbal. We offer quality, luxurious, Turkish-designed home furniture. Come and enjoy our limitless range of sofas, dining, beds, and mattresses, all tailored to meet your unique family taste. We bring the spark to your everyday space. Visit our Mombasa Road showroom at Panasar Center opposite Airtel and our flagship branch in Nakuru, Westside Mall. Don't miss out.
Go Ahead is believing to make each day a brighter day. It is our faith to start all over again. Go Ahead is never giving up in the face of adversity. To go ahead, now that is the Kenyan spirit.
At the first sign of pain, you need a solution that you can trust to provide effective relief and is gentle on the stomach. Try Panadol Advance for relief from headaches, body aches, and fever. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet gently breaks down in the stomach, quickly absorbs, and starts providing pain relief in 15 minutes. For fast and effective pain relief that you can trust, try Panadol Advance. This has been Medifax for Panadol.
Oh, I've tried. From your first day at school to you captaining your soccer team, no matter how old you are, you'll always be my baby. That's why I trust Dettol to clean, protect, and keep you refreshed every day. I still can't believe how quickly you've grown. Dettol, tested effective against COVID-19.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
Sasa babe, New Year resolutions? Didn't you say the very same things last year?
A bit of pressure on how to unlock the new year 2021? Select a plot of value-added land within Garden of Joy gated community off Koma Kennel Road, Machakos. Now kwamue January na 21K with Optiven. Call us now on 0790 300 300. Optiven Limited. Experience the difference.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
I trust Dettol to clean, protect, and keep you refreshed every day. I still can't believe how quickly you've grown. Dettol, tested effective against COVID-19.
Did you know
Did you know at Ruiru Mabati Factory you can open an account and lipa pole pole at your convenience? Did you know at Ruiru Mabati Factory you can get customized sizes according to your roof plan to avoid wastage? Did you know Ruiru Mabati Factory offers free delivery countrywide within 72 hours? Call us now on 0111 050 700. Ruiru Mabati Factory, mali safi kwa bei poa.
At the first sign of pain, you need a solution that you can trust to provide effective relief and is gentle on the stomach. Try Panadol Advance for relief from headaches, body aches, and fever. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet gently breaks down in the stomach, quickly absorbs, and starts providing pain relief in 15 minutes. For fast and effective pain relief that you can trust, try Panadol Advance. This has been Medifax for Panadol.
Maji mdosi wangu ametupa simu yangu ndani ya maji.
Mdosi wako kwa sawa. Venye Nkirota ameniambia ajui na akimpigia simu ashiki. Hi, guy, what
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako.
DJ B, the Spin Doctor.
What's up, going on, people? My name is DJ E. Mbuyamono Osoro pale kwenye Twitter, and of course this week we have so much in store for you.
Kosherena itaki asira, itaki mabombo manita.
#Eyamina, tukipatana pale washa moto, kazi ni kutafuta washima moto. Mbuyamono. Alafu kama kawa the hostess with the most atakuwa ndani ya building. Amina. See you this Friday, Maze. Make sure you guys link up this Friday. Blessings.
Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Admission for January, February and May intakes is ongoing. Apply now. SMS your details to the numbers on your screen. Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Growing reputation.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Now, devolution has been a knife that cuts two ways. On one end, it has been a blessing with more resources and services getting to the grassroots. On the other, it has been a pain as the desired resources are gobbled up by corrupt officials at the expense of the struggling taxpayers. What has the situation been like for the county of Siaya? Well, Governor Cornel Rasanga, who's serving his second term, spoke to Okusa on his efforts in leaving behind a foundation for a greater future for the people of county number 41.
At Namanakumu Primary School here in Siaya County, it is football time. The beautiful game, as it's often referred to, is a passion for many in county number 41. It is among the reasons the county government has opted to invest in sporting facilities.
We have had luminaries that came from Siaya in the world of football, in the world of athletics. And so that is why we decided, yes, it appears we have a lot of talents that we needed to nurture and tap.
And so to build on that talent, the construction of this multi-million shilling stadium with a capacity to hold 12,000 people began. However, sports fans will have to hold their breaths a little longer as the stadium is 70% complete. Meanwhile, breathing a sigh of relief in Siaya County are expectant mothers as a 25-bed capacity maternity and theatre unit in Ambira is complete.
It's just a modern theatre that you have gone into the the maternity, and it happens that you have a complication, you don't have to be ferried to another place. You will just be done there. If it is a cesarean, it will just be done there.
At the Siaya County Referral Hospital, a fully equipped CT scan unit, operationalized in June 2020, continues to offer medical services to the people of Siaya, saving them the agony of traveling miles away to Kisumu to access healthcare. And literal access to not just healthcare facilities, but several key areas within the county has been improved, boosting the ease of doing business.
Kuna barabara mingi, hizi barabara za panya Rusizi ndogo ndogo, siku hizi zimefunguliwa nyingi sana, tena zimekuwa marammed, transport imekuwa mzuri, hata kupitia kwa hizo matope siku hizi zimerudi chini sana.
Some of these roads lead to Rarieda sub-county, where several residents are benefiting from a commodity that is often hard to come by in many rural areas. The county government has joined hands with various partners to ensure residents here have access to clean water.
The initiation of the project in this area has helped us a great deal, because by then we used to go to the lake, but there in the lake there's some crocodiles which used to maul people. So the initiation of this project here has helped us a great deal.
While efforts have been made to improve the quality of life of the residents of Siaya, the importance of education as the foundation of any society that is expected to thrive has been recognized.
By the time the devolution started, we only had about 20,000 in ECD. But today we are talking about over 100,000 in Siaya, which is very impressive. Yeah. And of course, apart from that, we have also employed teachers for them. Trained teachers, not just teachers. Trained teachers, we have engaged more than 635. We are adding some more 200 this year.
When the county government took over the running of the ECD centers, it promised to hire 800 new instructors in 2015-2016 financial year. The COVID-19 pandemic has been the most recent challenge, but the county government says it hopes to employ the teachers during the third quarter of this year. Oukokusa, NTV.
All right, from that tracking development, we shift focus to the sports news. Ida is with us.
Great. We're doing it short and sweet tonight. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach reiterated the IOC's commitment to delivering the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympic Games this summer, adding that preparation work for Beijing 2022 is also progressing steadily. It's a sentiment that has been reiterated by the National Olympic Committee of Kenya, NOC.
We are fully concentrating on the opening ceremony on the 23rd of July this year. So we are not speculating of whether the games are taking place. We are working on how the games will take place.
Our position is that the Olympics are on. And where we want to take that approach is because just like in an athletics event, everybody has their lane. Our lane is to prepare and compete in Olympics. If for whatever reason the Olympics were not to happen, sports continues. We have a lot of activities. We have Birmingham 2022 next year. We have Paris 2024.
I did warn you, didn't I? Back to Smriti.
All right, more sports news tomorrow in our subsequent bulletins. Apologies for that, but we are out of time. Thanks for your company. Flora Atieno has been our sign language interpreter, and I'm Smriti Vidyarthi. Have yourselves a good night, and see you again tomorrow.
This is NTV.
Presenting the new Harpic Bathroom Cleaner. Compared to ordinary detergents, its thick formulation gives you superior cleaning and kills 99.9% of germs and viruses all around the bathroom. Blue
for the toilet
and red
for the bathroom.
At the first sign of pain, you need a solution that you can trust to provide effective relief and is gentle on the stomach. Try Panadol Advance for relief from headaches, body aches, and fever. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet gently breaks down in the stomach, quickly absorbs, and starts providing pain relief in 15 minutes. For fast and effective pain relief that you can trust, try Panadol Advance. This has been Medifax for Panadol.
How many ways can you enjoy your Jameson? Well, with a taste so smooth, every pour is perfect for chilling, chatting, and connecting, and taking time out to toast life's little pleasures. So grab a glass and make room for others, because good taste doesn't have a time or place. Why? Smooth taste. That's why. Don't drink and drive. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Excessive consumption of alcohol is harmful to your health.
Eldoret Technical Training Institute (ETTI) is a student-centered institution committed to offering innovative and high-quality technical training. Join us today and pursue your career at higher diploma, and certificate level in the following programs: engineering, building and construction, business administration and commerce, agriculture and animal health, tourism and hospitality management, education, social studies, information communication technology, accounting, banking and finance, medical and health sciences, journalism and mass communication. Admission for January, February and May intakes is ongoing. Apply now. SMS your details to the numbers on your screen. Those with previous letters of admission to report. Eldoret Technical Training Institute.